Hello and welcome to Lunar Tarot. My name's Ali and there's a couple of things I'd like to go through with you before we start the November readings. And that's the recent lunar eclipse over the full moon. So the full moon is in Taurus, which is a good earthy planet. Constellation, not planet. And we are also in Scorpio season, which is opposite to Taurus. So, and Scorpio demands that we go sort of deep within ourselves. Scorpio, if you like, is the detective of the Zodiac. And Taurus is like the bookkeeper, if you like, or the banker of the Zodiac. So it demands that we assess as well. So those two things and the rebirthing aspect of Scorpio means that some cycles will come to an end, some cycles will be broken, and others will renew, and rebirth, okay, because Scorpio is all about sort of rebirthing as well. In effect, what it does is it demands that you look at yourself and reassess and evaluate who you are, what you are, and where you are. So it's a bit like sort of you having to look at a photo and scrutinize it, which for some of you that's very easy. For others it's not so comfortable, but that's something that you will be doing, and it's in the long run it's to your advantage. Because you can see where you are and how you've got here and what you've achieved, and also what you need to work on, perhaps where you need to be, and all those kind of things that happen when one starts sort of looking at oneself objectively. So that is kind of what's the knock-on effect of the lunar eclipse, and will certainly be so for the next 2 weeks while the moon starts to wane. With that in mind, we will then go into the readings. So thanks for joining me, and let's carry on with the readings now. Cheers. Hi Libra, welcome to Lunar Tarot. So this is your reading for November, but we're also going to look at the lunar eclipse, which is happening a couple of days before the start of November, because lunar eclipse is all about breaking cycles. And on this occasion, it's about reflecting back to you who you are and where you are. So we're going to pick one of these, a card from the Lunar Tarot deck, to use as a significator for this reading. And we're going to use the Celtic Tarot to go into more depth on to what you need to know, or what the key things are. There we go, for November. So, and what it means is that sort of what happens in the weekend before we start November will affect how you go into November and what you come across and how you deal with that. So let's have a look here. And we have 3 cards. Let's see if I can do this without doing the 78 card drop. And here we are. So we have that one, and I think that one. And we may draw a clarifier later. So let's have a look at what we have. We have the 4 of Wands. So the 4 of Wands, and you can see the key word here, is celebration. So, and these are lovely wands. They've got little pearls in the end of them, and they're wrapped and bejeweled. So very attractive. 4 of Wands creates a kind of stability on a creative, on a passionate, and on a communication level. So sometimes it's the marriage card, because your 4 sticks can create a canopy to work under, but they're a great card for bringing out a stable creative energy, which you can use to communicate, to develop projects, to grow. So let's have a look at, we have the King of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Swords. Ooh. We have the Empress. All right. So what we have here is, we have the King of Pentacles, who is, well, he's the king of all resources, if you like. He's the king of the earth, energy, and he represents sort of control and focus on these areas. So in terms of character or archetype, he's sometimes seen as the bank manager. So because he's in charge of all the resources, but he makes sure those resources are evenly distributed and they're used wisely. So long term, it's a very good card. Okay. And we also have the Empress here, and we were talking about sort of growth in creative areas. She kind of represents, here, she's lovely, she's in water and standing by some springs. See if I can get that without the reflection. There we go. And on her apron or her skirt, she's got puffins and rainbows. So actually she's a very sort of she's got a very big spiritual energy to her. Okay. Which is rather lovely. But also, because she's surrounded by sort of fresh springs or water, I'm sorry if I wobbled the camera there, this is quite an emotional card for me. So she's representing sort of nurturing your emotions and sort of getting yourself in control of them. Now, in the middle of these two, we have the 7 of Swords. So, and the 7 is about creating balance between the heaven and the earth. and it's also about avoiding illusions, and it's about the truth. So there's an area here which is saying you need to be practicing truth with yourself. So do not go about or create any actions that you think might reflect badly on you at a later stage. Don't do things, don't cut corners, don't do things for the sake of speed. Keep it all above board, and keep it honest. So I think the most important thing is to be honest with yourself about how you're developing or nurturing something. So let's have a look at what's going on under here. So we have the Page of Wands. So, and the Page of Wands is about communication. We have the King of Swords. And we have the Page of Swords. So there's lots of communication and messages going on here. So, and in the middle of it, we have the King of Swords. So he's a man who's in control of his intellect and his mind. So it's he's at the height of his mental powers, and sometimes he can be a bit ruthless. So I think what this is saying here, so you have, there's messages going on a creative level. So, and there's good energy and starts there. There's also messages going on and potential in areas possibly to do with law or legal transactions is what I'm getting here. And financially it's stable, and creative wise it's very productive and very fruitful. So this central section here is saying to me, act with truth. So do not be persuaded into or stray into any uncertain areas or get signed up to anything you're not sure about. So, and it's not about choice, because the choice is yours entirely, okay? It's about keeping things ethical. And if there's someone you're dealing with that you're not sure of, or you think you need more information about, get that information, all right? So we have a nice sort of earthy balance and a protective thing going on here, but don't let people be ruthless or treat you ruthlessly, and know that you're stable and firm, and you can take the higher path. That's what I'm saying, Libra. So higher path, Libra. Thank you. Hope this has been of help. So put it like this, Libra. Take the high road. Thank you very much.